Good morning and welcome to another ironic introduction to another video. Today I'll be going over the Infinity Time Stone as well as taking a 3-star Avenger team into quest for the stones to just kind of show that I believe at this point this content is accessible to new players even if you don't have a 4-star roster, as well as kind of just playing around with the 4-star version of Black Widow just for giggles. Because I think that would be fun, and also because she's rank 4 for me, as she is my favorite character in the Marvel Universe by far. I think she's just a total badass. Her backstory's got a lot of complexity to it. But that said, the Time Stone, Black Widow gains 15% power each time she attacks, and opponents' abilities fail to trigger. That's tied to her Awakening ability. Her Awakened ability is that every time she attacks an opponent, she reduces their ability accuracy by a percentage. It's 42%-ish at Sig level 8 on the 3-star. I don't know what it is on the 4-star, as I don't have her awakened yet. Gaining a bar of power purifies all debuffs on Black Widow. Black Widow gains auto evade chance equal to her critical rate. Auto evades nullify all true strike and true accuracy buffs, which means you don't have to worry about auto evade not working. Auto evade refreshes all of Black Widow's buffs, which means your precision and cruelty buffs for the most part, as well as auto evading a basic attack has a 100% chance to stun the opponent for 0.8 seconds, which means every time you auto evade you get to punish. Just so you know, the critical rate chance for a 3-star Black Widow is 24%, and for a 4-star version is a little over 25%. And so pretty much 25% of the time you're going to be evading, which feels really, really good. It does feel like it happens a lot more than 25%, but maybe that's just been some strings of really good luck on my part. And then finally, special attacks from her no longer consume power instantly, but instead steadily consume power over 6.5 seconds. While power is being consumed, critical hits increase the number of active cruelty buffs by 100%. So essentially for 6.5 seconds, you get to stack an infinite amount of cruelty buffs and deal so much more critical damage. I mean, like, the amount of damage is absolutely insane. And while power is being consumed, the duration of cruelty buffs are paused. Once the power consumption ends, regenerate 120% of any health lost while power was being consumed. See, now that's going to be really good for me because I run suicide masteries, and so I do take damage from recoil, as well as I do take damage from just poison over time. The team I'm bringing in here is the 3-star Avenger team that they just give you. I should point out that only my Black Widow and Captain America have been ranked up. I believe Captain America is rank 3 max, and my Black Widow is rank 3 level 17. I did stick a Heimdall in here just kind of if I make any mistakes. I stuck a 3-star version in there to kind of just make it more accessible. I don't want people to feel like you have to run the 4-star version. I'm just running him for the synergy, so the 3-star works just as well. I don't plan on using him, as I'm hoping I can just clear this with the 3-star version. Now understand that even if I can get decently far in here with just the 3 stars, that what I think that says about this game is that it's accessible to new players. Understand that I am what I would consider an average player, maybe above average at best. So if you just get good, you can definitely do a lot more than I can. What's nice about Black Widow's auto evade is that it procs even if you're blocking, right? So even if you're not going to take damage, the auto evade will proc. So you're able to get... I need to beta special real quick. Something to keep in mind about the master tier is that the special 3s are active, and as a 3-star you will just get totally tanked from one special 3. I have experienced it already, and it is not fun. So we're gonna proc my special here, start building some cruelty charges if I can. Let's see, I'm up to 4. You do typically have to medium dash in to punish the stun from the auto evade, but you can see I'm all the way up to 100 cruelty, which I just want to... Nope, it doesn't show you how much it is. Well, look, I've got 100 cruelty. I'm dealing some good damage here on crits, and just 48 hits take that running out, even on master difficulty with a 3-star. Now, 3 stars when ranked up can take this on even without the stones, but just the amount of damage you do on a critical hit with a 3-star Black Widow feels so good, especially when you're critting 25% of the time. I didn't really get any power gain from her awakened ability there. Ronan doesn't have much for me to siphon, but Hulkbuster has a little bit more. Nice. You can see I got that power gain. That's 2 right here, 3 at the start of the fight, straight into a special 3. I did notice the reason I'm remaking this video, actually, this is my second time trying, is because I stunned him here, and I got so greedy that I immediately just didn't even think about baiting his specials. So highly recommend you keep in mind that you do need to bait specials, right? Auto evade coming in clutch there. Straight into a special 3. I want a special 2 actually, because I don't care for the special 3 here in the fight as much, unless you get that stun chance. But you know, it's just pushing so fast that I don't even have a choice in the matter. So I'm actually only going to punish him here to special 2, as I am. Look how fast, just full bar already, absolutely insane. It's never ending, team, never ending, absolutely wild. It looks like the amount of cruelty buffs you can have active does cap at 100. Feels good. Feels good. Understand that I don't have any extra signature stones dumped into this 3-star Black Widow. I mean, I do have her at rank 3, but it is not hard to do that at all. You may have to wait around for the skill catalyst to pop up. But she just absolutely cruises through these. I think the hardest part is definitely taking a moment to realize that you're only a 3-star, so your health pool is really low. So you do want to be really careful of special 3s. You can see that even just from block damage, that I am taking a lot of damage over time here. She does get a little bit of regeneration, and I am running suicides, right? So there's a lot to be said there. Oh, auto evade clutch. Gonna use our special again here. No clutch there. As I said, you can see how low your health pool really is. Yeah, so unfortunately the cruelty buffs cap at 100, which is still crazy just to see. But it would be really nice if those scaled a little bit higher, just because even with... Oof. Wow, all the way back up to 51% just off those specials. Because the thing is that even with 100 cruelty buffs, we're still only doing a little less than 1,000 damage per hit. And I understand that those are autos and lights and mediums on a 3-star version of her. I just feel like I don't feel like there would have been any harm in letting that scale to 500, 600 something. Let her pump out some really, really solid damage. Oof. I believe you can prevent the auto block on MODOK. I'm actually gonna see if I can. I was too low HP there. I was trying to wait the 6.5 seconds out and get some healing off, but not quite good enough for that. Let's the whole point of this is to prove that you can do this with just a 3-star roster. I'm sure there will be casualties when trying to clear this event, but we've made some good progress with just the Black Widow. Let's see if we can't tank this with Hawkeye from here. The only issue I have with the auto evade feature on Black Widow is that it is kind of disorienting to be repeatedly auto evading. Death to poison. MODOK knew it. I hate Modok. If you don't have a way to deal with that auto block, like honestly, I would bring my Heimdall here if I had a choice. But if you don't have a way to deal with that auto block, it's really tough to deal with Modok. Short of some really nice parries. There's only a 7-second cooldown on the auto block, but as you can see, this one is being just frustratingly defensive. Because normally you try to clear the auto block and then parry, but this one's just so passive. Look at this, repeatedly going back. And then he's going to get an auto block on. I shouldn't have pressed my special there. I think Captain America's stone is by far the best one. Like without a doubt, it's the best one. Which I don't see anything wrong with that. It's Captain America. You know, I think off Captain America alone, you could probably clear this whole quest if you were good enough. I know that there's content out there of people clearing the entire event for Ebony Maw with a 3-star black, the 3-star Captain America. Yeah, I mean, I know there are people out there who've done that. I am not that good of a player, and part of that is endearing. It'll show that, you know, especially as a new player, that you can still do this. I actually don't know what Iron Man Stone does at all. I have kind of an awareness of what Hawkeye Stone does, but no idea what Iron Man Stone does. I hope it's good. It's probably related to his special, Armor Break Power Burn. Oh, it's probably that regeneration, actually. Oh, no, wait. I think that's actually just in his base ability set. Oh, I pushed him into a special 3. I'm just going to die here, team. Yep, looks like we're going to try to clear this with my Captain America. Wow, I didn't die? Oh, okay. That's more like it. This would be much easier if I was a better player. I'm not. I am not afraid to admit it. But I guess that should give you some realistic gameplay if you're a newer player here. You know, you should have confidence that if I can do it, you probably can. Because you are probably better than I am. Look at that. It's just... Captain America's is such a good ability. Okay. Nice intercept. Tank him out. Okay. Feeling pretty weak here. I'm going to dump a couple potions in. Right? I don't think there's anything wrong with expecting a new player who's going for a clear here to have to dump some potions in. And this is all under the assumption that you're not even running a 5th Avenger yet, right? Like, so I'm still missing out on an extra player here. Probably should have used my level 1s there. And I think the last fight's a Modok again. Terrible. Absolutely miserable. Look at this passive AI. So frustrating. There we go. Oh, I thought I hit the parry there. I needed to hit the parry there. That's okay. We'll take her out. Last fight here. I would say I've done pretty well, all things considered. I mean, my point stands that a better player than me could do this with just Captain America. But if a beginner player can do it, using some potions, minus, and a beginner player should have some potions. As you can see, the 3 stars here really don't take a whole lot of healing. But more importantly, you would have a 5th character, right? Like, I'm trying to do this without using my Heimdall. Normally, you would have someone else. And even as a beginner player, you should be able to get, some other decent 3-star options, even without the event. Absolutely tanked. Absolutely tanked. Alright. I hate to do it, team, but I'm going to bring the 3-star Heimdall in. My justification being that any new player would have an extra character. So my 3-star Heimdall, not ranked up, but maybe we can get some damage here. I can justify my revive. Maybe not. MODOK is just such a pain in the arse. I'm not even sure who I would want to revive in this situation, right? Because if you're a beginner, I would make the justification that if you're at the boss, you should pop a revive, right? And if you're running this team, hopefully if you're running this team, you're a better player than I am, and you don't have to worry about this in the first place. But I'm going to bring my Widow up. I am just partial to her to begin with. We'll level her up. We'll heal her up. Rip my health potions and revives. And let's jump in. Try to take MODOK down. And then I'll go and show you what you would get if you were clearing this for the first time. Wow, I lose that quick draw on him every time. As you can see, I believe the auto block got canceled there. Evade coming in clutch. Evade coming in clutch. Nope. Please don't punish. Tanked it. Awesome, team. Okay, so 1 revive. I did have to dip into the Heimdall and some health potions, but if you're a newer player, understand that I'm not great. Hopefully you're a better player than I am. I will go show you the rewards you would get for doing that. But what that means to me is if you can clear that 4th one, you should be able to clear the rest, hopefully without revives. And if you would clear that event, that quest, you would have received... Nope, wrong button. You would have received Black Widow again. You would have received these nice Last Stand crystal shards, which is not great. That's not really the reason you're doing it, but you do get a solid 400 extra. And just from completing that quest, you would receive some 5-star shards, as well as some of these Last Stand crystal shards, which is not the most amount, but you do inch your way closer to the full event completion award. And really, if you can do it, I would say for some level 1 potions and maybe 1 revive, or maybe no revives if you just, get good, I would say it's worth it. I do want to show some 4-star content of Black Widow, but unfortunately I just don't have the time with work. That took longer than I thought. But hopefully, you know, this convinces you that maybe once we get that next Avenger, you dive in. If you don't have a pool, hopefully you have a pool of 3 stars or maybe some 4 stars, and you can tank through this with just what you're given in this event. Or if you want to do it just for fun, right, just to play through all the characters, I really would love to see kind of like a special event where we can bring all 6 Avengers just for the heck of it, right? If you're going to pump out 6 stones, right? Let us use all 6 in one quest. I think that would be really cool. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. I'm gonna head back to sleep because I'm kind of up at my midnight right now, my 2 a.m. technically, and I will talk to you later.